we having fun? Imagine that. They gotta lie. They gotta lie. They gotta lie all the time. They can't even believe their own lie. You can't even believe your own lie.
I want to be the best. So when I see certain guys out there, and I seen Tio his last fight, I was there front row, and I'm like, damn, this dude is like, he like a baby Roy. Like he like doing things with his hands down, flashy.
You know, I think that he believes in himself. That's one thing. But I'm here to destroy his dreams and all that he wants to do and become. You can't take this from me. I worked very hard for it.
The press conference, Teofimo Lopez sent a strong warning to Shakur Stevenson. He made it clear that he plans to punish Shakur in the ring. Even though some people see him as the underdog, Lopez said he will prove what he is truly capable of. He warned fans not to underestimate him and promised a dominant performance that will showcase his skill, power.
It don't matter. Protection program. Money talk, walk. Money talk.
Lopez looks extremely focused and motivated ahead of the fight. His confidence is clear, and his mindset is locked in. He believes he will control the action and dominate in the ring. For Lopez, this fight is about proving himself and leaving no doubt about his abilities. Teofimo Lopez also...
Yeah. I'm gonna beat him up.
And we know at one point you contemplated retirement. Seems like you're in a good place now. You're active. Where are you at right now? Where are you feeling about your career?
Mentally, I'm in the Bahamas somewhere.
Made it clear that he will not let Shakur Stevenson take the belt he worked so hard to earn. He spoke about the sacrifices behind his success, saying the title represents years of pain, struggle, and dedication. For Lopez, this fight is personal. He believes no one can take what he earned through discipline, hard work, and commitment. Saying the title represents
being in the ring,
yes.
Shakur Stevenson. Obviously, you guys are both in Las Vegas. I'm hearing that you did link up today. A face-off happened between the two of you?
Yeah, face-off happened. Things of that nature. Just to create the things that are in motion already. So we're really adamant about fighting each other next, and I can't wait for us to really lace it up. And I see him across the ring, and really when that bell rings, lights out for him.
What's it like seeing him now kind of face to face? When you look at him, what do you see? Because obviously you're not locked in just yet, and the closer it gets to a fight, obviously things turn a little bit. But when you do look at Shakur, what do you think of him?
I think, I don't think too much of it. I think that he believes in himself. That's one thing. But I'm here to destroy his dreams and all that he wants to do and become. You can't take this from me. I worked very hard for it. I've bled for this, and I'm not taking nothing from him, but I just believe that what's gonna happen next.
Analyst Aoya broke down the matchup and believes the fight could go the full 12 rounds. He explained that Shakur may start slow, fighting off the back foot while studying Lopez in the early rounds. If Lopez wins or controls the first half of the fight, it could force Shakur to take more risks later, leading to a very competitive finish. Aoya described Lopez as a fast starter who relies on early energy and explosiveness, raising questions about whether he can maintain that pace. If Shakur drops early rounds, he may have to open up, creating an intense final stretch. But if Lopez loses the early rounds, Shakur could cruise to a clear decision. This fight will come down to strategy, timing, and energy management. Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur is going to come out and try to fight or take the fight to Tio in the first 6 rounds at all. So if he's fighting off the back foot, if Tio can make it so that he's convincingly, or he's convinced at least Shakur that he may have won 4 of the first 6 rounds, if it's 4-2 in Shakur's mind going into the second half of the fight, or if I'm looking at him stealing those first 6 rounds, then it's an interesting fight going into the tail end, because Tio, to me, is a front runner, right? I want to see if he can carry his energy and his explosiveness late in the fight and not wear down. And then when Shakur starts to open up, can you steal some of those championship rounds from him and make it like a close fight? I think if Tio comes out and does what he usually does, which is try to swarm Shakur early and keep Shakur on the defensive early, then he can try to steal a lot of those early rounds. And if he does that, then Shakur has to fight in the tail end of that fight. Now to make it real interesting. If I'm looking at the first 3 rounds, first 4 rounds, and Tio looks like he's losing those rounds convincingly, then it's an easy night for Shakur, unanimous decision in my opinion. Because I don't think Tio is going to bring anything late in the game, to this fight. I think if he is who he's always been, you know, he's going to get gassed after like the 7th round and then take some rounds off. And when he does that, Shakur will open up and start to try to pick him apart, pot shot him, and do things like that. But this is the perfect fight, narrative-wise, for Shakur, because I've been waiting for Shakur to get into that fight where, you know, he doesn't have the fight where he doesn't have his Diego Corrales fight. You know what I mean? Where you think he's actually in danger. Shakur has been he's been outclassing everybody he's in the ring with. You know what I mean? Then the guys that you think could give him some work, like De Los Santos, I know people hate when I bring that fight.
And explained that his motivation comes from his deep competitive nature and desire to face the best. Watching Teofimo Lopez's past performances, Shakur was impressed by his flashy confidence, which reminded him of a young Roy Jones Jr. and made him want the challenge even more. Shakur reflected on his earlier fight against William Zepeda, calling it difficult but important for his growth. That fight taught him how to deal with constant pressure. Now, against Lopez, Shakur feels prepared to handle the speed, power, and unpredictability. His experience and adaptability give him confidence that he can approach this fight smartly and prove himself at the highest level. Chris Algieri shared his thoughts on why this fight is so important.
You know, looking at a fighter that you know is the truth, and then saying, I want to fight him. It seems like it should be normal if you're a fighter, right? But that stuff is dying off in the game right now, and I feel like you one of the last of the dying breed that actually want real challenges.
Yeah, I'm competitive, bro, so it's like, I want to be the best. So when I see certain guys out there, and I seen Tio his last fight, I was there front row, and I'm like, damn, this dude is like, he like a baby Roy, like he like doing things, hands down, flashy. And I thought it was cool, so it kind of made me want to get in a ring with him and see if he could do them things against my style.
Your last fight was against William Zepeda in July, and you fought a totally different way. It wasn't the easiest way or the best way to fight, but I think it was good for you and your development because it not only sent a message to the rest of the division, one up, your division at that time, and then the one above you, but it sent a message to the fans. But I think it also did something for you to prove to yourself that, man, listen, that wasn't like my best performance, but I showed you I can get it out the mud. What did that performance kind of do for you now that you look back at it?
Honestly, I think like styles-wise, I think that Zepeda's style is the style that's supposed to give me the most trouble. Like guys that box and give me time to think is the guys that's gonna have a fit with me all night. But the guys who press me and put me against some ropes and throw a million punches, that's the style that's supposed to give me trouble. So I went out there and I prevailed against that style, and now I'm fighting against a boxer, which for me, it just makes it more fun. I don't have to deal with a guy that's trying to like...
For boxing, he praised matchups where top fighters take risks and face each other, even if it means possible setbacks. According to Algieri, this fight is about skill and strategy, not reckless brawling. He believes a win for Shakur Stevenson would firmly place him among the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Algieri compared this matchup to classic fights between elite champions, saying it carries the drama, intelligence, and excitement that make boxing truly special. For boxing, he praised matchups where top fighters take risks and face each other, even if it means possible setbacks. According to Algieri, this fight is about skill and strategy, not reckless.
Of boxing on this side of the world. Listen, there's nothing like the Garden. We've both fought there many times. I fought in the big room. There's nothing like the Garden. Just the vibe, like you said, champ, that's around that. And this fight is deserving to be here. It's that good of a fight. It's that big a fight, and especially like I said, like the health of American boxing. This is one of the best fights that can be made, and putting it in the Garden just makes too much sense.
But the idea of the turmoil, the eyes on it, the spectacle, the circus. Chris, you talked about the idea that Teofimo Lopez kind of lives in this. That's where he flourishes. That's what he loves. This idea that because there's so many eyeballs on it, it's going to be kind of a circus. Does that favor Teofimo a little bit when you look at the strategy? Yes, no?
I'm going to say well, I can't say for certain because there's no certain with Teofimo Lopez. He's one of the most up, down, left, right guys I've ever been around.
Mercurial, we could say.
I mean,
yes.
But when he is on, he's damn near unbeatable. I mean, he's such a good athlete. He has such a good boxing IQ. He's so physical and explosive. And again, I've said this on past shows. I've called him many times for Top Rank, been around fight weeks, and it just seems to me, the more out of sorts he seems, the more back against the wall, it looks like the more that he's an underdog, the better he performs. And this could be that kind of situation. New York is a tough place, man. They're already gibbering, going back and forth, saying like, you know, he reps Brooklyn, but there's kind of questions about his Brooklyn roots. Can he really rep Brooklyn in the way that he says he can? So he's already getting that heat for that. I don't know. It might be a good thing to kind of poke the bear in terms of how well Teofimo is going to show up.
Paulie, that's a huge. You're from Brooklyn. That's a big insult to say that you're not really from Brooklyn.
Insult him a little bit.
Insult him a little bit. Insult him.
But I'll tell you what. There's so many thoughts in my head with this situation because Teofimo is at his most dangerous when he's counted out, and this is going to